kenapa filem seram Malaysia selalunya dia tak berapa seram sangat. So jadi macam feel seram tu kurang tau berbanding dengan filem-filem yang aku tengok lah. Macam Indonesia dia punya seram dia, kalau kau tengok pun kau rasa macam seramnya kan.
Ghost in the Shell resmi terjual ke 86 negara di seluruh dunia.
And I saw that there was a new Indonesian film that was being screened called Ghost in the Shell.
Nowadays, there's not a lot of horror comedies that are really being showcased in festivals, and this was like the perfect mix of both.
When you are looking for something fresh and new in a horror cinema, this is the one to watch and get.
And yes, they should be popular. But one of my favorite subgenre in this Asian horror universe are the Indonesian horror movies.
I mean, Hollywood horror movies, they just want adrenaline. But Indonesian horror movies, they create trauma. They want people to come out the cinema very traumatic. Like you don't scream, you freeze, you question your faith, you suddenly remember every prayer you've learned.
So I'm bule, botak, and I get scared very easily, and that's it.
Sobat Media Mosa, fenomena baru sedang mengguncang dunia perfilman Asia Tenggara. Malaysia dikabarkan tak terima ketika film horor mereka dianggap kalah seram dibanding film horor Indonesia. Namun di sisi lain, justru industri horor Indonesia mencetak pencapaian luar biasa. Film horor Indonesia kini diborong hingga tayang di 86 negara. Salah satu yang sedang viral adalah Ghost in the Shell yang menjadi bukti kuat bahwa horor Indonesia kini tidak hanya digemari lokal, tapi sudah menembus pasar global. Momentum ini membuat perfilman Indonesia, khususnya genre horor, semakin diperhitungkan di dunia internasional.
Okay guys, kenapa filem seram Malaysia selalunya dia tak berapa seram sangat banding dengan filem seram macam Korea, Indonesia kan? Kenapa? Okay, firstly aku perasan kan, filem seram Malaysia ni, dia punya lighting dia terang. Dia tak boleh buat macam, aku tengok filem seram Indonesia ni, dia punya lighting dia malap tau. Malap-malap tu buat intense kita macam seram tau bila tengok satu benda tau. Macam seram. Tapi kalau Malaysia punya cerita seram, lighting dia walaupun dia nak buat macam gelap, tapi still terang. Nampak terang lah tempat tu. Tempat-tempat yang tak sepatutnya terang, dia terangkan. Macam dekat dalam hutan, dalam rumah usang kan, lighting dia tu macam terang tau. So jadi macam feel seram tu kurang tau berbanding dengan filem-filem yang aku tengok lah. Macam Indonesia dia punya seram dia punya lighting dia malap. Kalau kau tengok pun kau rasa macam seramnya kan. Macam tu tau. Lighting memainkan peranan penting lah pada aku. Tak macam cuba korang tengok cerita-cerita seram kat Malaysia ni, terang lighting dia, boleh nampak semua tau. Dia macam kalau kau nak seram, benda tu boleh nampak macam sikit kelibat-kelibat kan. Tapi pada aku, filem seram kat Malaysia ni kena fix bahagian lighting tu. Lighting dia memang cerah lah pada aku. Kalau kau tengok memang tak ada rasa seram. So, apa pendapat korang? Betul ke tak?
Taking my journey into Indonesian films, international at the Berlinale Film Festival in Berlin. I'm here with TikTok, and I saw that there was a new Indonesian film that was being screened called Ghost in the Shell. I'll post a full review later on, so make sure you follow along for that. This film, it was set in a men's prison. People were dying left and right, and I thought the horror was going to scare the life out of me. But the comedy in this, I loved it. It was so funny.
It's totally amazing.
Amazing.
It's a masterwork, incredible.
That just done something different.
Nowadays, there's not a lot of horror comedies that are really being showcased in festivals, and this was like the perfect mix of both.
Playful, horrifying.
Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I was laughing the whole time, but also like scared.
Also conveys a lot of very important political and social issues that are happening currently, not only in Indonesia, but in a massive part of the world.
Taught me a lot about how horror movies are structured. I loved the way the thematic topics came out throughout the story about religion, social political structures.
I loved the film. I laughed. I cried. I loved the shower scene. That was the best part for me, actually, so don't miss that.
When you are looking for something fresh and new in a horror cinema, this is the one to watch and get.
That was hilarious and grounding and serious and horrifying all at the same time.
Thank you for giving us kind of amazing film. It's so good. I have no words for that. It's perfect. It's just perfect.
It was excellent. You have to come see it.
And if there will be a possibility, I would like to watch it again.
Beautifully done, very intellectually done as well.
No words to describe this masterwork.
Ghost in the Shell resmi terjual ke 86 negara di seluruh dunia. Ini adalah sebuah pencapaian besar untuk perfilman Indonesia. Angka ini bukan sekedar statistik. Ini adalah milestone baru melampaui capaian Pengabdi Setan yang sebelumnya menembus 42 negara. Lalu apa sebenarnya arti dari film terjual ke 86 negara? Dalam industri global, ini disebut world sales. Artinya hak distribusi film dibeli oleh distributor di berbagai negara yang kemudian akan menayangkan film tersebut termasuk di bioskop di wilayah mereka. Sederhananya, Ghost in the Shell tidak hanya dibuat untuk Indonesia, tapi telah diakui layak untuk pasar dunia. Daftar negara pembeli biasanya dikelompokkan berdasarkan region, mulai dari Asia Tenggara, Asia Timur, Eropa, hingga Amerika Utara. Ini bukan tanpa alasan, pengelompokan ini mencerminkan cara industri film global bekerja, di mana setiap wilayah memiliki distributor, strategi pemasaran, dan karakter penonton yang berbeda. Pertanyaannya, mengapa 86 negara tertarik membeli film ini? Karena Ghost in the Shell menawarkan sesuatu yang jarang. Sebuah kombinasi horor, komedi satir, dan kritik sosial politik yang sangat spesifik Indonesia, namun terasa relevan secara universal. Isu tentang kekuasaan, ketidakadilan, dan lingkungan adalah bahasa yang dimengerti oleh banyak negara. Dan ketika cerita lokal bisa berbicara secara global, disitulah film menjadi kuat. Perlu dicatat, penayangan Ghost in the Shell di negara-negara tersebut tidak akan berlangsung serentak. Setiap distributor akan memilih waktu rilis terbaik sesuai dengan strategi pasar mereka masing-masing. Sementara itu, penonton Indonesia akan menjadi yang pertama menyaksikan film ini di bioskop mulai 16 April. Dengan pencapaian ini, Ghost in the Shell menegaskan satu hal. Film Indonesia tidak lagi hanya menjadi tuan rumah di negeri sendiri, tapi juga pemain serius di panggung dunia. Saksikan dan buktikan sendiri pencapaian film Indonesia dengan Ghost in the Shell di bioskop mulai 16 April 2026.
Keunggulan film horor Indonesia tidak hanya terletak pada cerita, tapi juga pada atmosfer yang dibangun. Sinematografi yang kuat, desain suara yang mencekam, serta pendekatan cerita yang dekat dengan kehidupan sehari-hari membuat pengalaman menonton terasa lebih nyata dan menegangkan. Berbeda dengan film horor Hollywood yang sering mengandalkan jump scare, horor Indonesia justru bermain dengan keheningan, ketegangan, dan rasa tidak nyaman yang perlahan menghantui penonton. Bahkan banyak penonton luar negeri mengaku bahwa film horor Indonesia bukan hanya menakutkan, tapi juga menyentuh isu sosial, budaya, hingga religi yang relevan secara global.
I'm sorry, but has anyone realized, or is it just me, Indonesian horror films are so much scarier than Hollywood horror films? Literally. I mean, Hollywood horror movies try to scare you with jump scares. That's about it. Indonesian horror movies, they just try to ruin your sleep schedule for life. In Hollywood, the ghost appears like, boom. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is scary for about 2 seconds. In Indonesian horror films, the ghost doesn't rush. Like, it stands there, quiet, watching, judging. Sometimes it's not even moving, it's just existing. And that is somehow worse. Like, I mean, Hollywood ghosts, they just chase you. But Indonesian ghosts, they wait. Like, they let you walk closer. They let you think you're safe. Then all of a sudden, they turn their head very slowly. Like, it's annoying on how patient they are. Like, who trained them? And don't get me started on the settings. I mean, Hollywood horror movies, they're more abandoned hospitals, haunted mansion, creepy forest. But Indonesian horror movie, majority of them is your own house. Bathroom, kitchen, prayer room, village road at 2 a.m. Places you actually go. Like, I mean, after you finish the movie, you're like, okay, cool. Now, I'm bloody scared of my own house. And the sounds is no loud music. It's just warning the whole time. Just silence, then chanting, then someone's just doing that small creepy laugh. Like, I mean, why are they whispering? I mean, Hollywood horror movies, they just want adrenaline. But Indonesian horror movies, they create trauma. They want people to come out the cinema very traumatic. Like, you don't scream, you freeze, you question your faith, you suddenly remember every prayer you've learned. Like, that's not entertainment, that's spiritual warfare. Literally. Like, I mean, yeah, Hollywood horror movies scares you for the night. But Indonesian horror movies, it literally stays with you.
Whenever people talk about Asian horror, your mind immediately goes to Japanese horror or Korean horror because those are very popular, and yes, they should be popular. But one of my favorite subgenre in this Asian horror universe are the Indonesian horror movies. Indonesian horror movies have sort of taken the horror community by storm in these past few years because they have been releasing bangers after bangers. The horror movies from Indonesia in the 80s and the 90s were more on the campy side. It wasn't until the late 2000s to early 2010s Indonesian horror movies really started getting gritty and dark and scary. So consider this video as your guide to Indonesian horror movies. Start with these films and then you can go back and research and watch whatever you want. Macabre was my introduction to Indonesian horror movies. This is an incredible film. It's a brutal slasher movie with a kick-ass final girl. It mixes camp, gore, intensity, and scary sequences. It is a brilliant film. Also have to warn you, this was apparently banned in a few countries, so. Next up, we have Satan's Slaves. Now, this film is a sort of remake sequel to an 80s film of the same name, but you can watch this one. You will still understand this film. This is sort of a mixture between Insidious and a lot of cultural themes from Indonesia. It is so scary, y'all. Some of the scenes intense. May the Devil Take You and its sequel, May the Devil Take You 2, is absolutely scary as hell. Think of it as a heightened Evil Dead. Oh my god, I was terrified while watching this film, especially the second one. I cannot wait for the third and the final installment. Imperigore is definitely a sort of cinematic masterpiece in my opinion. From the first second of the film to the last second, you are left with this feeling of heart racing. Trust me, the opening sequence is one of the best opening sequences ever. And finally, The Queen of Black Magic. This is more of a modern horror movie because it came out in 2021, I think. Intense, love it. I really, really recommend you to watch this one because some of the imagery in this, I hope this video helps you discover some Indonesian horror movie gems because they are awesome and need to be watched.
Hello! So I was looking for Indonesian movies, right? I told you guys that I was looking for Indonesian movies, and I found this horror movie, which I won't even try to pronounce the name. I have no idea how to say this. I'll put it on the screen, you can see. And I was thinking about watching it, right? I'm not a huge fan of horror movies because I get scared very easily, but I was thinking about watching it just out of curiosity. And then I found out that during filming, the actress would sometimes look possessed, I guess. And they even say that she would speak in a different language that she doesn't know. I think it was Dutch, if I'm not mistaken. And here in Brazil, I've been in some movies, right? So I'm thinking, if I was in the set, if I was on that movie, and all of a sudden the actress get possessed, I would start running. And I would run so much that I would only stop running when I was in Brazil again, right? Because I'm just a guy that gets scared very easily. So I'm bule, botak, and I get scared very easily, and that's it. So, have you seen this movie? Is the movie good? Is it scary? Tell me.
Respon dari penonton internasional pun luar biasa. Banyak yang menyebut film horor Indonesia sebagai masterpiece, incredible, hingga the perfect mix of horror and comedy. Perpaduan antara elemen menyeramkan dan humor justru menjadi daya tarik unik yang jarang ditemukan di festival film dunia saat ini. Tak hanya membuat tertawa, film-film ini juga meninggalkan kesan mendalam dan bahkan rasa takut yang bertahan lama. Dengan pencapaian global dan kualitas yang terus meningkat, film horor Indonesia kini menjadi wajah baru kekuatan industri kreatif tanah air. Mendunia, diakui, dan semakin tak terbendung.